Today I'm at Ferrari Maserati Long Island and I'm going to be doing a walk around of this 2017 Ferrari F12 TDF. It's currently for sale. They're asking $1.2 million for it, so if you're interested, come to Ferrari Maserati Long Island. So the F12 TDF pays homage to the Tour de France, the legendary endurance road race that Ferrari dominated in the 1950s and 60s. Only 799 of the F12 TDFs were made, and it runs a 1 minute 21 second time around Ferrari's private Fiorano racetrack. This car has a 6.3 liter V12 engine that makes 770 horsepower, and it has 520 pound-feet of torque. The engine revs to a whopping 8,900 RPM, and this car is all about offering track-level performance for the road. It can go 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.9 seconds. This car also has a top speed of 210 miles per hour. Compared to the standard F12, the F12 TDF has 40 more horsepower and 11 more pound-feet of torque. It has an F1 style 7-speed dual clutch automated manual transmission, which shifts faster than the F12. In addition, Ferrari shaved just about 250 pounds from the curb weight, which took off 0.2 seconds of the 0 to 60 mile per hour time, which takes just 2.9 seconds in this car. This car is rear wheel drive and it can hit 124 miles per hour in just 7.9 seconds. So this car has a lot of carbon fiber to reduce the weight from the regular F12, so it weighs nearly 3,100 pounds thanks to the use of all the carbon fiber, especially on the interior of the car. And the bodywork has been redesigned with an emphasis on producing real downforce. So at 125 miles per hour, this car creates 500 pounds of downforce. So the original base price of this car is $490,500, and they've held their value very well because this one's for sale for $1.2 million. So before we hop in, let's just take a look at the outside of the car. So you've got your fuel cap up there towards the back of the car, you've got your tail lights, and you've got carbon fiber that extends between the two taillights, as well as a carbon fiber rear diffuser. You've got these gorgeous black and silver wheels with a carbon fiber centerpiece and black brake calipers. You've got a very noticeable carbon fiber side skirt that runs along the side of the car. Of course, you've got your Ferrari shields on the side of the car, as well as carbon fiber right here. Coming around the front, you've got carbon fiber down there, as well as in the front here. If we get closer, you can see the carbon fiber. Not only is it down there, but it's also right here, lining the bottom of the front grille. You've got a camera in the front, and of course, your Ferrari prancing horse. Of course, you've got your Italian colors on this car, red, white, and green. And what's so cool is that this car, and this car, they all match each other. The white with the 3 red, white, green Italian colors, which carry from the front on the hood to the roof and to the back here. It's also on the inside of the car on the seats and on the underside of the dashboard. So let's hop in. So you've got leather on the door here, but you mostly have dry carbon fiber all throughout this interior, but especially on the doors and even on the door handle. You lift this up to open the door. Carbon fiber door sills and carbon fiber side skirts along the side of the car. To save weight, there's no floor mats. Got super lightweight racing seats that are manually adjustable since we don't want to add weight with automatic moving seats, so you have to adjust them manually. So right now I'm sitting inside no other than the F12 TDF. You've got your tachometer in the center with a yellow background. You've got 2 digital screens, one on each side. You've got a completely leather steering wheel with dry carbon fiber throughout. And would you look at that, it's already in race mode. So you've got wet, sport, and race mode. You've got your turn signals on the steering wheel. You've got a lot of buttons on the steering wheel. Whereas in McLaren's, you don't have any buttons on the steering wheel. They're completely distraction free, but Ferrari puts buttons and switches all over their steering wheel. So you got engine start stop, suspension, headlights, turn signals, windshield wipers, and your driving mode. You've got carbon fiber in the center here, and you got your window switches here, right near the hazard lights. You've got a cup holder in the center, as well as some storage space with a USB port right here for Apple CarPlay. There's actually a button for that right here. So these buttons in this turn dial is for the digital screens. You've got your climate control buttons here, and of course a fire extinguisher, because this car is a beast and you always want to be safe. You've got Alcantara on the underside of the dash, but on the top of the dash you've got leather. And here you've got dry carbon surrounding the 3 AC vents. And if you didn't know, this car is limited edition. Only 799 of them were made. And you don't have to know anything about this car to know that, because there's a plaque right there in between the 2 seats that tells you. Got some storage space for luggage behind the 2 seats with leather straps, and you've got your leather and Alcantara seats with red, white, and green running down them. These seats definitely hold you in. They are pretty stiff, obviously, because they are very sporty seats. They're not designed to be comfortable, they're designed to keep you in place as you're speeding around in your F12 TDF. The person who was sitting in this car before me must be pretty short, because I can reach the pedals from where the seat is, and I'm 5'3". Some storage in the doors here. You've also got buttons and switches on the left side of the steering wheel to control the digital screens, and your headlight switch down there. If you want to pop the hood, just pull that red lever underneath the steering wheel, and you can see the V12 Beast. You have an Alcantara roof liner, and over here you've got leather. You've got leather sun visors. It's leather on the outside here, but once you flip it down, it's Alcantara with a little pocket for your registration or whatever you want to put in there. You've got your cabin lights up here and a screen on the passenger side displaying some of the vehicle's most important information, such as speed and gear and stuff like that, so your passenger can enjoy the ride too. To date, I don't think I've seen a car with bigger paddle shifters. Check out these carbon fiber paddle shifters. They extend from there down to there. I hope you can see just how massive they are. So not just on the underside here, all throughout the car do you have Alcantara. You also have Alcantara over here next to the seats and on the seats themselves. This car has a JBL professional sound system. Here you've got your button to release the fuel cap, and here's the button for the trunk. So you don't really have much space in the interior. You just have 2 nets, one on each door for some storage. You have some storage here, which would be the console area, but there's no official console. It's just a little storage space lined with Alcantara. And you have a big net behind each seat for storage. In addition to, obviously, behind the seats for big bags or whatever you want to put back there. If you want to talk about attention to detail, check this out. Red, white, and green stitching on the steering wheel. How incredible is that? That's awesome. You've also got Alcantara here on the side here, which I'd imagine gets pretty dirty, as it has. And you even have it surrounding the pedals back there and over here. And it has gotten pretty dirty, but Ferrari opted for Alcantara. So that's the Ferrari F12 TDF. This car is for sale here at Ferrari Maserati of Long Island. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.